Pepsi. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to glue. I don't know what I'm going to glue, but I'm going to glue. Hello, ladies. I'm pooped. I gotta relax. This helps me relax. I don't know about you ladies, but gluing does that for me. On my notifications, I'm seeing sales all over the place. And I thought, oh my goodness, maybe people are broke. Maybe they just need to glue. So what's everybody up to? We've been having crazy weather. It is freezing cold outside. Some cold front came in. We had storms yesterday because the day before it was like 80 degrees. And then this cool weather came in. And fortunately, we didn't have really bad weather. Other areas, they had pretty bad storms. But last night, or I should say this morning when we woke up, it was 42 degrees. Oh my goodness. Oh, no, thanks, CJ. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to have, supposed to be having storms tomorrow. Well, I don't know if it's so much storms, but for sure we're having rain. We shall see. Well, it's already so cool. Well, it depends if it's a warm front or a cold front that's coming, but we shall see. Oh, Lisa, how cool. Yes, Lisa, this is just a glue book. So far. About the only place I did put some paint, well, I put gesso, was because some of these papers that I had as my pages were just too stark, too much black and white. So I put a little bit of gesso over them just to tone them down. But other than that, I toned this one down. Other than that, everything else in here is, whoops, where'd my page go? Everything else is just glued. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I think when it comes to any kind of art journal, I think I've tried so many different types and, different kinds of journals. I always keep coming back to like glue books. I just love it. No matter what kind of journal I make, it ends up being a glue book. They're super easy because what I do personally is You know, I've been given or found or garage sale, you know, got different types of, oops, don't do that, people. Different kinds of scrapbook paper. And, you know, I don't scrapbook. So that's what I make my glue books out of the scrapbook paper, because I'm going to cover it all up anyway. So it doesn't really matter if I like the paper or don't like the paper. It's really of no consequence to the finished product. So this particular, this particular glue book is black and white with just a little bit of red here and there. But for the most part, it's predominantly black and white. And then if I put, you know, red like this, I might come back later on with a little bit of gesso just to tone that down too, so it isn't so stark. But there goes my dog being a watchdog. Who knows what he's up to? Yeah, Lisa, get all your scrapbook paper and just throw them all together. It doesn't matter what it looks like. I'll give you an example here. I've shown this before, I think. Let me show you just an example. This one, I made a whole bunch. How many did I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I made like 10 of these with but they followed a color theme. I found that out too. I like color themes. But anyway, I just got a bunch of any kind of papers that had, you know, red on it, and whether it was out of magazines, books, or scrapbook paper, and just made, you know, just bound them together. Even if I had done like a jelly print with that kind of paper, and then just started collecting, you know, things that had red, and that became my red one, and I really enjoy it. So just if you like, whoops, that one needs to be fixed. If you like themes, then, you know, find all your ugly colors that are the same, I mean, the ugly papers that are all the same color, and create yourself a little theme. And I think with these, I'm not sure, like, what size are these? Whoops. This is 6, so I took a 12 inch sheet of paper, and then I cut it down to 8. I don't know why. I guess I just like the size of it or something. Not sure why. So that's that. This keeps getting shoved inside this little compartment I have with my colors. And I think they're having issues. And well, let me see if I can get these down without knocking everything over. And I'll show you the colors I have, and then maybe you want to do something like that. Hold on a second. I have them in this little box. It's going to be too close for the camera. I don't know. But anyway, so I have like a bluish turquoisey color, lavender. I have a yellow, red, pink, and please don't follow. And then I have a green, I have an orange, a darker blue, a black and white, and tan, cream, whatever you want to call it. And so this was the first time I did the black and white one, and that's when I fell in love with black and white. It's probably one of my favorite journals as far as the Blue Book is concerned. I really like this one. And this was the first one I did, and then I just fell in love with Blue Books and fell in love with black and white, and just really started seeing the beauty in, you know, very little color. I think it's really dramatic. Black and white photography in the first place. So naturally, you know, the Blue Book's going to feel the same way. See, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. They're just a pamphlet stitch for all of this scrapbook paper, and that's it. And you can put different sizes. I think that looks better than if they're all the same size. So you can really use up your scraps because it doesn't matter what size the papers are. And that's it. I like it. So maybe I'll get this thing done soon. Why rush it? I have fun doing it, so no need to rush. Let's see what we have here. All right. I found this little girl, and I just thought she was so cute. I knew I had to put her in this book. Oh, I still haven't fixed that. I remember every time when I'm working on it, when I don't want to do it. Well, that's kind of cool. You have this lady with the womb and then a child. I like that. Let's do that. And I'm just going to tear her. And then we'll glue her on there. And I hope my camera doesn't do goofy stuff with the autofocus. I still can't get to it once I'm on live stream. I don't know why. I can do it when I'm making videos, but for some reason it won't let me get into it when I'm doing the live stream. Well, I have, how many hours? I'm exhausted thinking about it. I have about 10 hours of video that I have to edit down for my, where'd my paper go? Where'd my paper go? For my encaustic workshop that I'm putting together. So I was busy doing a lot of that editing today, and I just got tired. And I said, okay, stop it. Go do something different before you completely burn out. Oops. Oh, I think she looks cute there. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's find something else. What else can I choose from? Oh, And I found this cute stamp. I got to find a place for that stamp. It's got the red going on. Let me cut that off. Okay. Oh, I haven't glued her in there yet either. Sheesh. Let's see. See, I have to come in with the gesso over here because see how stark that is? So that has to be gessoed down. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Jennifer. It's like, oh my goodness, all these sales. Let's see where we can put the dancer. I kind of like her there. I'm not sure why, but I do. Don't question it. Just do it. That's one thing about a glue book. Don't overthink it. Just do it. There's a reason why your eyes stop there, even if you don't know why. There's a reason. Don't fight it. Now, because all that is so stark, I'm going to put some gesso on there. Just because. Get that lid off. Oops, oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Where's my lid to that? Oh, there it is. I know I was thinking the other day, when do people craft? I mean, when do they use this stuff? They're so busy getting this stuff. When do they actually play with it? I mean, I get stuff too, but I make sure I play with my stuff. I think I shared with you, or maybe it was in my group, I can't remember, but a couple of years ago, I had a friend. I hope this isn't too depressing, but I don't mean it to be. I had a friend. She was an artist. She did a lot of things. She did things with fabric and really, really pretty stuff. And she collected all this beautiful stuff. And she ended up getting bone cancer. And out of all the things she regretted or lamented about, you know, was the fact that she had all this beautiful stuff and she hoarded it for years and now was never going to be able to use it. So her one message to me, and she always said, share this with all of your artsy people. Tell them to use their stuff because you don't know, what the future holds for you. Even if it's not that catastrophic, it might be you get arthritis or you have to downsize and you have to get rid of your stuff because of, finances or, who knows what the reason could be. Hers was obviously very dramatic. but it may be less dramatic for us. And then we had all this beautiful stuff that we liked, or else we wouldn't have bought it in the first place. And we don't get to use it. And the saddest part is, even if we get to keep it and we live a long life and we just hoard it forever, you know what's going to happen. It's going to be down. I say this to everybody when I'm encouraging people to use their stuff. I tell them, all of your stuff is going to be on a 4x8 table at the end of your, you know, driveway, being sold by your relatives because none of them like your stuff, don't know what to do with it. And all your beautiful stuff that you hoarded are going to be in these plastic bins being sold for $1. Even if you get to live to be 80 years old, that's what's going to happen to your stuff. So use it. Use your stuff because no one's going to like it like you do. Just think of all those estate sales. You buy all this cool stuff. Well, someone's going to buy it at your estate sale. And I say this all in the most positive way. Jennifer, oh, yeah. The reason why do I use gesso? I like to use gesso instead of using white paint, actually. I don't even know why. I think it's because it has a little bit of most gesso has a little bit of grittiness to it. It's softer, it's flat. Um, and I just like to use it when I'm trying to mute things down or cover stuff up. You don't have to. The reason I have it is because, I find it at junk shops and stuff like that. And, there's a lot of people, again, like we were saying, their stuff gets sold and gotten rid of. But you can use just white acrylic paint and thin it down a tiny bit. And for my purposes, it does the same thing. But basically what gesso is, for those of you that may have never used it or are new to this type of crafting, it's just basically a primer. If you've ever done your walls, you know, put my lid on, you might have to put a primer so that whatever it is you're going to do next has a better chance of having a full coat and having a richer finish. And so that's what basically gesso does. It's like a primer for your papers or whatever it is that you're doing. But instead of me coming back and covering it with the second coat or a color, I just leave it because I just happen to like that look. Okay. Like, see, all of these here were very, very black and white, and I didn't like that. So I just put a soft layer of the gesso over that just to mute it down a little bit. Yes, Arlene, I know. I know. I know of situations where the family just did not, I mean, it's not their fault that they didn't have an appreciation for it. I mean, we all have different, points of reference and, you know, what we think is valuable and what isn't. And that's really sad when that happens. So that's why, I get on my soapbox and I encourage people to use their stuff. That's why, I don't know, some of you may or may not be in my Facebook group, but I have a Facebook group where a couple of years ago, I started doing these swaps, hosting these swaps for, what I called flowish journals because at the time I had discovered the Flow book and the Flow magazine, and they're expensive, and they're meant to be torn apart and used and stuff like that. And I thought, my goodness, you're paying, if you're here in the United States, you're paying like $30 for these magazines just to tear them up. And then, like most people, they don't get torn up because you hoard them. And so I thought, wouldn't it be kind of cool if we made our own little book, journal slash whatever, um, based on the format of the Flow magazine, which is basically just a bunch of stuff that we can use and take out, more like a little supply journal. And I started that maybe, I don't know now, maybe about 2 years ago, maybe. And I was just going to do it that 1 month that we did it. And then the next month they go, can we do that again? Well, 2 years later, we've done it every single month for the past 2 years. And I like to encourage people to do that, because instead of hoarding all your special papers or a special thing that you took out of a magazine, or a special piece of something that you took out of some scrapbook paper, whatever it is, instead of just hoarding it, now you're sharing it with somebody. Hopefully they aren't hoarding it once they get it, but at least it's circulating, you know. And that's been really, really popular. Like right now, it's in my group. I do it on the 8th of every month, and I post it up there for maybe 48 hours, and then I close it, and then I issue all the partners. And right now we've got I think like over 60 some people. Every month it's over 50 people that sign up. So as long as it's popular, I told them we'll keep doing it. And once the popularity wanes down, we'll find something new. Let me see. I have to look to the side to read my computer. I got to figure out a way to put it in front of me, but there's no room. Let's see. Oh, that's cool, Jennifer. It's good to know that you're using all your stuff. Um, oh, Jennifer, I made a new what do you call it? Plaster book. Just yesterday. Yes, Samantha. Flowish. That's what I called it, just because I was inspired by the Flow magazines. I didn't want to completely steal the name. So although, everybody knows that's what inspired me. So I don't try to hide the fact. It wasn't the concept wasn't my idea. Maybe the way I interpreted it was my idea, but all right, let's find something new to glue down. Or maybe I need to tone down some more papers. Now that my fingers are all dirty, maybe I should just go ahead and tone all those down, which is almost all of them on this side. I did this side, toned them all down, but oh, okay, Samantha. Whoa, hello. That's kind of stark. I think I'll tone these down right here. Oh, that's a good idea, Arlene. And there's no pressure that way. Everything's on your own schedule and because I know a lot of people maybe in your situation still want to do it and then they get stressed out. And where's the fun in that? Actually, I rarely join swaps because I got so many other things going on, but I do enjoy hosting them. About the only time I join the swaps if there's an odd number, and I'll post in the group if anybody wants to do it. And if there isn't anyone that can do it, then I'll step in. But other than that, I don't like the pressure either. I'm not a swappy kind of person, even though, I host a bunch of swaps. At least I know my place. I'm good at hosting. I'm not good at participating. Don't fool yourself. Be true to who you are. Oh, how cool, Samantha. Well, that's way too big to use my fingers on that. So, and that, well, that's kind of just here and there. Let's go for it. I like using my fingers. Okay, those of you that know that I do eco dyeing, I just found a new medium of people are eco dyeing on, and I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, as far as me trying it, it looks beautiful, but they're doing it on leather. Now, I'm not a vegetarian, and so it isn't like I don't eat animals. But and I know that there's hides out there from the fact that I do eat animals. But I just have some, like, I don't know. I don't know. It looks beautiful, and they make purses and journal covers and things like that out of the eco dyed um, leather. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I even like, anyway. I feel like I'm being a hypocrite or something because, I eat animals. But it just kind of, I don't know. You guys tell me, why do I feel that way? Analyze me. All right. Oh, I like how that looks blurry. Looks like I need glasses. Well, if you've seen my papers, it looks just like that, but on leather. The printing of the leaves and stuff like that. It looks beautiful. But I don't know, I just feel a little squeamish about it. I don't know why. Doesn't make no logical sense to me. Yay! Alrighty. Let's see if I can clean up a little bit. Well, it isn't so much that it's necessarily cowhide. It's just any hide. I don't know why. I'm telling you, I don't understand. I can't explain it to you. I just don't understand where my hesitation comes from. Boy, I need to clean the top of this lid. It won't even screw in anymore. What a mess. Well, I'll have to soak this tonight just so I can clean it. Oh dear, yeah, because I can't even get the lid on and it'll dry out. That's not good. Okay. So, oh, there's a thought. I didn't think about the stink. Yeah, Samantha, you might have a point there. I was talking to this lady. She lives in Turkey, and she teaches classes of how to do it on leather. And I saw some of her work, and it's just beautiful. And so I went as far as to talk to her, not about my negative feelings about it, but just to get some insight. She teaches workshops, and you know, I had seen the pictures of her work, and it's really beautiful. But like I said, I don't know. Okay, time to glue. Time to glue. Yes, Jennifer. Ecodyne. I've done it on fabric and, you know, done it on paper. So, you know, of course, I mean, that's no big deal as far as, you know, having any feelings pro or con about it. But doing it on leather, like I said, I don't know. I'm just weird, I guess. Okay, I think I like this. Let's cut that out and see what we're going to do with it. Is my autofocus doing crazy stuff? Because for some reason, when I look at it here, it's not doing crazy stuff. But then some people tell me it's doing crazy stuff. Okay, good. I zoomed in a little closer because I thought maybe that would stop the zooming in and out factor. See, this I've got to tone down too. Way too crazy. Well, I guess I should have figured where am I going to, oh, I like that there. Because all this looks old-fashioned. That looks old-fashioned to me. And maybe I should cut that out. And it might look like it's just part of the scenery. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Hey! Yay, I like that. Yeah, where's my glue? Where's my glue? Oh, I like that too. Oh, well, too late. Maybe that's the reason why I cut it out, was for the back part. Oh, well. Next time, look on both sides before you cut. Maybe that's what it is. Boil. Well, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. It would get too tough. This is what I've surmised. It would get very tough when you boil it, but so you steam it. But same difference, right? You're still I don't know, it's still creepy to me. I don't know why. Maybe if I was making a saddle or something. But oh my goodness. Yes, Patricia, I'm on early. I was so pooped from doing some editing that I said, oh my goodness, I need to do something. Besides, I was thinking of all my friends that might be addicted to all these sales going on. They might need some relief. So I'm offering them some relief. They can go back and forth. Just doing my part. CJ. I was talking to this is about a week ago or so. I was talking to this lady. She is what do you call a person that works with leather? She's, I don't know. She's not a leatherette. Anyway, that's her profession. She does stuff with leather. And so I was asking her some questions. I've really been thinking about this. And so I was asking her questions about how you work with leather. And so she was explaining that, and I told her what I was thinking about doing. And so she said that probably what you'd have to do is once it's been steamed and you let it dry, then what you would do is you would come back and just mist it, and then you work the leather, and that's how it becomes pliable. That's what she does with the stuff that she makes. And so I thought, oh my goodness, this is like way too much work for something I'm not even sure I want to do. And that's probably going to be the biggest factor, laziness. A leathersmith. Oh, a leather Jane. A leather Jane. But anyway, it's just kind of weird, how sometimes, our minds work. We justify certain things, and then other things, I guess we all have our own personal limits for certain things that maybe, don't even make sense to ourselves. I mean, that's true for me. I'm only speaking for myself. I'll do X, Y, but I won't do Z. Why? I don't know. I love my little bugs there. Look at that. Is that cute or what? This is so cute. My little bugs. Oh, I got me. Okay, talk about buying stupid stuff. I got me some stamps, some bug stamps. So I guess I'm going to have to, my next journal is going to have to be predominantly bugs. And it isn't like I like to touch bugs and, it isn't like we're friends or anything. I just think they're cute from a distance. Although I did have somebody send me some dead bugs. They're over in the other room. See? Got a problem with leather, but I got dead bugs in the other room. I think I'm a little mental. Oh, Lisa, be quiet. You're such a tease. You're such a tease. Yeah, there was one on one of those sales. I forget who said. They're all starting to blend into one in my memory. I don't know whose sale is who anymore, but I saw a couple that had some bugs. But I gotta take my own advice. I gotta use my bugs before I buy more bugs. Now, CCJ, I don't see anything wrong in making leather jewelry and leather journals. I think my hang up is getting the leather, rolling it up, and steaming it or something. I don't know what, I have no idea what it is. Like I say, I don't know. I just got a mental block. What do I use my books? What do you use bugs for? Oh, I just like how they look. And I put them in my journals and, you know, just like some people like butterflies and put them in their journals or flowers, I include the bugs. And there must be other people that like the bugs too, because when I put them in my journals, they sell. I mean, it's not exclusively bugs, but they're in there. But real soon, I'm going to make an exclusive bug journal. Okay. See, I like how that looks when I tone it down a little bit. Real bug? No. Well, the dead ones in the other room they used to be real. They're dead now. But no, the bugs I use are, out of nature magazines or books, or I have bug stamps, um, stuff like that. But I do have a couple of dead bugs in the other room that a friend of mine sent me. They're really cute. It's a those they call them different in other different parts of the country, but it's like those June bugs that are have those really beautiful iridescent colors. And she found one dead on her porch, so she asked me if I wanted it, and I said sure. She mailed it to me all the way from Texas. I mean, in the day, I don't know if they still do it, but like at carnivals and stuff like that, they would sell these little geckos so they could be your pet. I'm sure almost everybody killed theirs, but I got one and I had it for a long time. I had to go running around um, finding him flies and bugs. It was a full-time little job for 10-year-old running around looking for all these bugs for their little lizard to stay alive. I remember one night it was going to be really cold outside, and I told him, Mom, I can't leave him out. He'll freeze. She goes, You're not bringing that in the house. So I had to sneak him in because it was going to go below his body temperature. He was going to freeze if I left him out. Then, of course, I had to have an ant farm. You know, that was the thing. At a certain age, I had my ant farm. I guess I do like kind of like bugs and stuff. I don't know. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Okay. That looks better. Yes, dead bugs and journals. Yeah. Well, yeah. I am going to make it like an altered book. And those dead bugs are going to go in the journal, kind of encased some way. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do that, but that'll be one of my self-imposed challenges. And you watch, everyone's going to be doing it. I started doing the eco dyeing. Not everybody and their mother's doing eco dyeing. I did the little flowish journals. They're doing them in other groups. There's even groups with the name of the flowish journal. Now I'm going to do my bug journal, and it's going to be the thing. You watch. It's going to be all the rage. Oh, yeah, I did my fabric tape. Everybody's making their fabric tape. You watch. So if you want to be first, go make yourself a bug journal before everybody's making a bug journal. Oh, I love geckos. But they're vicious to each other. I don't know, well, there's so many different types of geckos, but I used to, I've probably told you guys this before. I'm repeating myself. Sign of old age. I used to live in Hawaii, and there's millions of geckos everywhere. And in Hawaii, you don't want to get rid of them because there are also cockroaches everywhere because of the humidity and the moisture. And the geckos eat the cockroach eggs. So the geckos are your friends. So they live in your house and everything. You do not get rid of geckos, or else you're going to have a lot worse problems. And so we had this big plate glass window in our living room. And we'd turn off all the lights in the house off and turn the light on out on the porch. So, all the bugs would come around the lights and everything. And we'd have gecko vision. My husband and I were easily amused. We just watch these geckos go crazy, eating all these things, all the bugs and mosquitoes and everything that would be attracted to the light. And all these geckos are there chomping away. And then they would get mad at each other and they start chomping at each other. And occasionally they'd bite off the other guy's tail. It was like, whoa, these guys are vicious. They were vicious. So we had our gecko vision. Yeah. And then when they would open their mouth, oh my goodness, if you magnified it, look, a dinosaur. They got the meanest teeth. Oh my goodness. What the kids would do over there is they'd grab the gecko, and if you would grab it a certain way on its jaw, it would open the mouth. And then what the little boys would do, they chase the little girls and try to clip it on their ear. And if they did, that gecko would not let go. They would draw blood before they let go of that little girl's earlobe, and they go screaming. And the little boys are laughing. I'm going, oh my goodness, what a bunch of little brats. Okay. Alrighty, see, I like that one so much better now too, because it's not so stark. Well, good thing it's a breakaway tail, because man, these guys would chomp on it. Okay. I need to glue something. It's a glue book. All right. I think what's happening is I have smaller and smaller spots to put something, and all the stuff I have right now is kind of big. Oh, there's a big area. Oh, I remember I wanted to put yeah, I remember I wanted to put some of these up on top to go with this Victorian look that this has. So and then I wanted to find small things to put inside the frame. I'll have to do that later on the hunt. On the hunt for small stuff. Because right now everything I have is big. Maybe I'll stamp something. A bug. No. No, I'm not going to plant a bug. Yes, Samantha, I'm using gesso. I just like the feel of it. A lot less plastic than the feel of, the acrylic white paint. Oh no! I ripped that bag. That's okay. I wanted it to look like that. I was talking to a friend of mine about a week ago. They lost their home last year when that lava was flowing over on the Big Island. That's the island that I lived on. Well, I lived on Oahu too, but most of my time I lived on the Big Island. So I had a lot of friends over in that area where that lava flow was. And you know, they're still trying to figure out what they're going to do with their life. They're going to stay there, and you know, because they can't go back to their home. I mean, there is no home. They can't rebuild on their property because they're not allowed on their property. It's still where their house was. It's still unstable. So they have a mortgage and no house. How you like that? And they used to run like a bed and breakfast. And so that was their income. So they have a mortgage, no income, no house, no business. What do you do with that one? That was a little too big. Yeah, dead bugs in the frame. There you go. I like how you think. Man. All right, so some of these, I can't put all these big ones. Let's see what the small, let's just tear them all apart and see which one looks better. Why did I think of that? Those of you that follow, let me see, kind of like that. Well, no, that follow Shannon Green. She's having a, she's going to be selling her stuff at a, I'm not sure, some kind of an event, open market type event where she lives. I forget what it was called. And she's debuting some new bags that she's making out of her recycled vinyl. Should be pretty cool. Only thing is, the forecast is for rain tomorrow. I felt so bad that it's not going to be a gorgeous day. I think I need to put more half. Yeah. And I got plenty here to choose from. We'll just glue this down, and we might call it a night. I like that. It really looks old-fashioned. Don't you think? Don't you think? All right. I haven't gotten much done, but we've been here for an hour. We managed to talk about dead bugs, dead cows. It's been pretty of a morbid conversation. Geckos attacking other geckos, letting loose of their tails. I don't know. I don't know how I got into this conversation. Surrounded by death. Oh, and I told you to use your supplies while you're alive. Boy, don't let a psychiatrist get a hold of me tonight. Is Jennifer still here, or is she out checking out the sales? I was going to show her my plaster book if she was still here. She uses my plaster books in her art. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, I guess I ramble when I'm tired. I was tired when I started this. This was my way to relax. I find gluing relaxing. What did I do with my I lost my napkin. I have to get another one. Okay. I must have dropped it. Okay. So you never know, when we come back and look at this page finished, there just might be a bug or two. You never know. Where am I going to put that? Okie dokie. Let's see. Am I going to put that one there or not? I don't know. Maybe not. I think I want it there. Yes. Yes, I do. Are all the sales still on? Hi, Sandra. We're just gluing. I'm trying to save people money from different sales that are going on. Okay. Looks like an arch to the building. I like that. I like how that one came out. Yeah, it came out kind of cool right there. Look, it's part of the building. Okie doke. Maybe what? You got these little pieces here. I think I like this one. kind of ornate. It's this little piece of it, so that's cool. Yeah. Yes, that's a winner. I like it. Oops. It's really sticking to that gesso on my fingers. Oh, I messed that one up. That's okay. I like wrinkles, but that's a little too much. Okay, there we go. Very good. Alrighty. Okay. It's not done, but it's done for tonight. I think it came out kind of cool. Ta-da! So anyway, I encourage anybody who hasn't done a glue book, do one, because there's no rules. You can do whatever you want. You can get rid of all your old scrapbook paper you don't like, turn those into your pages, color, use a theme, use a color, whatever you like to do. And you'll come up with something pretty cool. I think you will like it. Oh, I have to, tomorrow I'm going to finish up my editing, and I don't know, maybe I'm not sure when I'm going to launch my workshop. It's going to be the first of the week, the end of the week. I don't know. Not sure yet. But it's going to happen. Yes, Samantha, it is. It's very soothing. Even cutting, if it doesn't have to be super fussy, super fussy makes me, anxious. But just cutting, basic stuff out, I really enjoy doing that too. Tearing things out of books, I find that relaxing. Like, oh, I want that. I'm gonna put that in my glue book. So rip it out, and I enjoy doing that. Here's some of that red. I really like this. The Moorish look, one of my favorites. That's trash. So let me put this away in my little containers so everything is where it's supposed to be, more or less. I thank you ladies for coming and joining me, helping me relax. Oh, I don't think I have my battery. I was going to say, let's let Baba Louie say goodnight for us, but let me see if let me see. Oh, yes. He's ready to go, ladies. Okay. I named him. I don't know if I remember that, if I told you that I named him already. If you guys remember Baba Louie from before. He's pretty cute. And He's got a name now. We named him. And if you guys don't think this guy is cute, you've got a problem, because he's adorable. Okay, so let's let him dance us the night away. Oh, there he is. Oh dear. Yeah, well. Say good night. Say good night. Good night. Good night.